In a recent interview with Oprah Winfrey, Cormac McCarthy replied, "Well, I don't think it's good for your head," when questioned why he doesn't typically do public interviews. An aging genius who keeps to himself in the small city of Santa Fe, New Mexico, McCarthy believes it's best to be thinking about your writing if you are an author, rather than talking about it. This simple belief has proven itself over and over again, as McCarthy has become one of America's most distinguished fictional novelists. The American author of 10 novels, many of which have won well-regarded awards, puts a lot of thought and effort into his work. Born in Providence, Rhode Island in 1933, McCarthy has witnessed a lot in his lifetime. Many events which are believed to have influenced McCarthy in his lifetime are the Cold War, Y2K, as well as many other national crises. McCarthy has also lived in many different parts of the country during his lifetime, which has given him the power to use regional dialects in order to use relative dialogue in his novels. McCarthy was educated up to college, but never actually ended up earning a degree. He attended the University of Tennessee, Knoxville in 2 segments, broken up by a service in the Air Force. However, he ended up dropping out in order to focus on his writing career. After McCarthy dropped out of school, he ran off to the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee and lived off the map with his wife and son. McCarthy believed that in order for him to find success as a writer, he could not have any other jobs. He made his wife work a day job instead, while he took care of his first son and wrote his work. His wife was not too happy with this, and therefore she moved away and filed for divorce. This time in McCarthy's life could have been a possible influence to his award-winning novel, The Road. This is possible because in the novel, a father and son are left to fend themselves without much to live on, and are abandoned by their mother. Also during this period of time, the Cold War was going on, and there was a nuclear scare throughout the nation. The novel is based in a post-apocalyptic setting, which could have been inspired by McCarthy's experiences and fears. McCarthy is mostly known for his success as a novelist, but he has also written a handful of plays. As a writer, McCarthy has often explored the tendencies and proneness of humans and society. McCarthy also combines this exploratory writing style with the power of fiction. McCarthy's combo provides readers with realistic novels that are relatable to our lives, moreover causing readers to reflect and think deeply about the material on the pages. McCarthy began writing during his second stint at the University of Tennessee. He wrote 2 short stories which were published in a student literary magazine. The student body recognized McCarthy for his work by awarding him for creative writing. After his departure from Tennessee, McCarthy was funded by an arts group while he wrote his first novel. After his first novel, The Orchard Keeper, was published, McCarthy was flooded with money from supporters, which he used to travel Europe. This trip inspired McCarthy's future work by examining society across the world. McCarthy continued publishing novels and living comfortably on his supporters' donations, but it wasn't until the early 90s before McCarthy received national recognition for his work. In 1992, McCarthy published All the Pretty Horses, which became a New York Times bestseller and sold 190,000 copies in its first 6 months. As the simple man McCarthy was, he spent all of his profit on a new pickup truck, and then went back to working on writing his next novel. The rest of McCarthy's works until 2005 found mild success in the literary world. In 2005, McCarthy published No Country for Old Men. Then in 2006, he published The Road. Both were adapted onto the big screen and came to be very successful. Cormac's 3 most famous works include All the Pretty Horses, No Country for Old Men, and The Road. Each of these stand out in American literature for their relativity to society. Because of this, he is often compared to a modern William Faulkner, the author of many classic American fictional novels such as Of Mice and Men. As a result of his 3 best-selling novels, McCarthy was the recipient of multiple awards. To list a few, McCarthy was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, the National Book Award, and the National Book Critics Circle Award. McCarthy has also been recognized for his works adapted onto the big screen. They have won a combined 4 Academy Awards and the overall Best Picture. Overall, McCarthy's work can be very realistic and meaningful to most American citizens. The tone and dialogue he uses in his writing is very true to the setting and characters of each novel. Many of McCarthy's novels are based on observations he has made and events which he has witnessed in our society during his life. Cormac McCarthy's readers are left with shaken emotions after they finish reading his novels because he does not avoid the topic of death, which most readers are not used to seeing. He believes that there can be no life without death, so he does not avoid including many deaths within his work. McCarthy also brings up many themes which leave readers with questions that he does not ever really end up answering. In this sense, McCarthy hopes for his readers to think for themselves. For these questions, perhaps he himself doesn't hold the answers.